All right, we've got Valkyrie Noel kit information, and I think just off the bat, we could say she is number one in the game, but we're going to explain how exactly she's number one. So I just like pulling up the arts for these units. I think her ultimate art is, I think, my favorite art in the game, and she has one of the best normal arts ever. Very happy that they start supplying us with the HD art, so big dubs to Vic Games for that, definitely. I do definitely love that. So we're going to be going over Noel's kit. She is a light defender, okay? Now, light defender is, honestly, I think the way they did it, one of the best picks, I mean, I guess. In terms overall of defender, I mean, people are sick of defender fests, but they managed to do it differently in every way. And this way, it's going to be very interesting how they actually do it. So I think you guys aren't going to be too mad. Now, just to brush people up, okay, this is Harmony and this is Chaos. Harmony is strong against red, green, and blue, and red, green, and blue is strong against Chaos, and Chaos is strong against Harmony. Light and dark. I'm just going to refer to them as light and dark. Now, we have to remember, Harmony, right? Any light unit that comes out now is basically going to be gapping the game in terms of damage dealt and damage received, and in terms of crits. Now, why I say this is because when you're type advantage, you do an extra 20% crit damage and have an extra 10% crit rate. Now, when you're type disadvantage, you do or well, like if they're type disadvantage towards you, you're taking 20% less damage and 10% less crit. So technically, Noel has a built-in 20% damage reduction, 10% crit res, 10% crit rate, and 20% damage increase because of the fact that she is type advantage against the whole current game at this point, which is why Chaos units will be very important in the future. That actually, which makes sense, right? Chaos units kind of disrupt the harmony of the light units that kind of rule over the game. So we have the full kit translated. I took my time to actually go over it. I was in stream for like an hour, right? It was this morning. I don't know when I'm posting this though, but I was very happy with Noel's kit. Now we are going to check out the trailer. So let me just turn off the music real quick so we could properly check this out. I think that's good volume. Probably going to be very loud, but it's Noel. So it's Noel. I like their transitions, right? Definitely a good transition. Okay, I just want to say this art looks like 2K quality. We're in HD. So what's going on? Because I just saw that we had the art in HD. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter. This is beautiful. Like, hello? Man, that is clean. Look at that. She's so pretty. And yeah, they have to flash the defender in our faces because why wouldn't they? So now we're gonna go as we do the skills. Okay. Now yellow defender, not 125. I mean 125. I think should be coming out. Okay. So I want to say first of all, Noel's coming out the 23rd. Okay. So it says here, new limited mage going to appear on the 23rd. Now that means 2 weeks after is going to be the 6th. So the 6th is going to be the biggest update in Black Clover mobile history. Going to have the DLTs, level 125, and probably a bunch of other stuff. I think the 23rd and the 6th are going to be 2 back-to-back banger updates. So let's put back on the music and then we're going to go back into the gameplay as we go along. I think that's the best way to go about it. Now, light Harmony Defender. Okay, we just went over the type advantages. Okay. Now, LR passive. This is just a normal passive. If she is the only defender on the team, she applies the Sea Dragon Spear effect every time she's attacked up to 4 times. So this effect is going to affect your damage on your skill 1 and ultimate, but we're going to get into that later. Now the stacks reset when you use the skill 1 or special skill. So this could actually be bad, but okay in some cases, because let's say you use the combo or the skill 2, then you're able to play it off to where you could keep the 4 stacks for later. Okay. Now, if you are at 4 stacks, you attack after applying Immortality Removal, which is just going to be insanely good. Okay, Immortality Removal is the way to go. Now, one thing I do want to preface before I really get further into this, before this would have been Invincibility Removal. Okay, in the files and the leaks, it was invincibility removal. That was part of Noel's kit, but now they've changed it. So when I was saying like Spirit Dive probably wasn't a summon, it was also because of that. If they removed it, if she removed invincibility, Spirit Dive was dead. But now they kind of made her his perfect partner. So let's go on. The LR+2 is going to be if she is the only defender on the team, she cancels taunt at the start of each turn, each one of her turns. So she cannot be taunted. which you will see has great value for her, especially because her skill 1 and alt are a single target. Now, I want to say, if she's the only defender, only defender, only defender, which means they do not want you using her with any other defender, which in my opinion is really good. I do like the fact that you won't be able to just slap all these units on the same team and have Noel be at max potential. But you can for sure run a gimmick team, not probably the best team, but a gimmick team where Vanessa is going to speed them up with the 50% mobility. And we could see maybe a team like that work. But we're not, at this point, it's just a bunch of specs, right? Not really anything confirmed, just speculation. Now, the Dupe 5 is where she becomes basically the best unit in the game. If she is the only defender on the team, at the start of the battle, gets 30% mobility and level 1 speed increase for 1 turn, which is a 35% speed increase. Now, why does that make her so good? Let's talk about it. She's probably going to be the quickest unit in the game turn 1 for months to come. Reason being, every defender is at, is at 100 speed. Every defender. So Noelle's going to be at 100 speed, but turn 1, she's going to be at 135 speed. 35% speed increase. That's not all. She also gets 30% mobility. Now, we see Red Yuno go first, right? Red Yuno gets 20% mobility and makes himself go first, right? Now, Noel is getting 30%, and usually you're able to basically overlap a bit of mobility, which is going to bleed into the next turn after the 100%. But that speed is so important. She's going to be quicker than Yuno, quicker than anyone else. It's so crazy because Yuno is quicker than everyone else because of the mobility. But then Noel's also giving herself speed. So no matter what, she's the quickest unit and has the mobility turn 1. So it's going to be extremely good. And you're going to want to dupe 5 her. Like, just outright. She's going to be a dupe 5 unit. But it doesn't seem like you need to dupe her skill page out, in my opinion. We'll have to see. But I don't think you need to. So that's good. Now, the ult. Let's get into it. I guess we're going backwards. So let's start at the ultimate. Where is it? Also, by the way, this effect that we see right here, you know what? We're starting with the skill 1. Fuck it. I don't care. You guys could look, whatever. So the skill 1, single target. It's 40% damage increase per Sea Dragon Spear at a max of 160%. Now, it also gives 40% damage reduction to the ally with the highest all attack for 1 turn. And why this is going to be good is if you actually pair it with like Yuno, this is just going to allow Yuno in pretty much every scenario to have max damage reduction. Which is very good. Now, this damage increase is nice. Remember, max 160%, you remove immortality on it, and also your type advantage, so extra 20% damage plus 10% crit rate. And then, at the same time, right, this 160% is actually going to be cracked. Okay, 160%, 120% multiplier, though, it's still going to work. I don't know if I have a, comparison that makes sense, but Mariel's gonna do a lot more in terms of the amount of damage increase, but this is on a skill 1, right? And it also gives damage reduction, which makes it a support type of skill. So we could see here the Sea Dragon effect. Okay, you can see the stack here. The minute you get even 1 stack, it seems it's gonna apply it. Now I think you see she loses the stack afterwards. Okay, she loses the effect and the stack, but you can see the water, and honestly it looks very cool, right? It looks very good the way they made the effect look. And yeah, no, so that's gonna be basically the skill 1. Now the skill 2 I think is the potentially best skill in the game. 30% damage reduction for 2 turns. Now what's very crazy is obviously max dupe, she's the quickest unit in the game and she's gonna be the first person attacking. Okay, so she's a pretty quick defender. Okay, very good, very good. Now 30% damage reduction for 2 turns. Why does this work? Because of the fact that a lot of the times you're gonna end up using Charlotte. And Charlotte, if you use Charlotte, she's quick too. She has her 54%. Noelle's going to have the 30%. So it's going to be very good in that regard. Everyone gets this. And remember, she can't be taunted. So no matter what, she's always able to use this buff skill. AoE. Then, this is so crazy. This is the first, I think, ever AoE crit resistance buff given. Ever. So it's going to be a 20% crit res buff for 2 turns, which is even crazier on her because she already has a 10% built-in crit res. And she's a defender, so she might get crit res on her dupes. If her dupes are even remotely good, if they give magic attack or anything like that, this Noel becomes super crazy. Okay, so we're gonna have to see. And then with the dedicated skill page, she applies absolute area for 2 turns on everyone. What does this do? Stuns block stuns. When I say stuns block stuns and gives 2 special points every time it's your turn. So technically, when it's Yuno's turn, okay, he's gonna get 3 points for just existing. Okay, the absolute area gives him 2. Then him being his turn gives him 1. So that's 3 points. Then when Yuno attacks with max dupe skill page, that's another 3 points. So Yuno already, after he attacks, is going to be at 6 points if he's attacking under Spirit Dive with max dupe skill page. This absolute area is also going to be crazy for everyone else. Going to let you spam alt and get, basically spam it twice as quick. almost quicker, right? So very good, best thing ever, right? Stun block, damage reduction, crit res, and SP increase on everyone. Insane. Now let's see. No, wrong thing. We're gonna check that one out later, and then we check the skill 2. Okay, if it wants to apply. And yeah, so every time she's hit, she gets it. We're going to talk a bit more in depth about her kit, which very beautiful, by the way. Very weird that there's no barrier, but imagine if there was. Oh my lord. So yeah, I mean, that's the skill 2. I'd say this is one of the, like, just off what she does so far, best skill 1, because who really does that much on the skill 1, right? Bro, she's going to be actually really good for raids and stuff, because she's going to get the damage increase. It's going to be single target. Nah, that's going to be insane. Plus the SP. This unit's going to be S+ in both PvE and PvP easily. And now the ult. 75% damage increase per Sea Dragon Spear. You could get 4 stacks. So that's a max of 300% damage increase. And you remove barrier. Now remember, at 4 stacks, you remove immortality. So she's just countering Fuego outright. Okay. Clover Fuego is just getting killed. Because she can't be taunted. Okay. The only thing that could stop Noel from killing Fuego when she wants to is either insane amounts of buffs on him or protection. That's it. Because she's single target damage, but 300% damage increase. Now, there's a couple things I was thinking of. One, Noel could have higher base stats than Mariel. Now, I'm kind of comparing her to Mariel, okay? This is my main comparison because obviously, Mariel's well, just makes sense, right? Now, you could probably have higher stats than Mariel. If we're looking in total, like, Asta has a total attack more than Mariel. Mariel's total is like 10.7k. Asta's is 13. So maybe they'll give maybe they'll give Noel more. Now the thing is, in total, Mariel Leon is getting 195% damage increase from this, right? Noel's getting 300. But the thing is, Mariel's also getting, in total, a 70% damage increase, which should be multiplicative. So technically, Mariel's damage increase is kind of just better, right? That's like the main thing. But Noel has a higher ult percent. Mariel's is 180%, hers is 210, and if Noel has better stats, we're going to see relatively the same levels of damage, okay? But then Noel does so much more, she's attacking quick, and then we're going to get even further on, which, oh my god, let me just update something. This is when it gets crazy, right? With the combo, but we're gonna just let that be for now. I want to talk a bit more about her damage. I do think that Noel's damage is going to be way better. Now, the thing is about Noel's damage is you don't even need to really chase max skill page and max dupe to get her max damage. Now, max dupe for Noel is going to make her 10 times better, but you don't need the skill page dupes. So overall, Noel is a very good fest to actually summon on because she's a defender who's quick at max dupe and is going to break up the meta and is going to be a good supporter. And supporters usually long-term have very good value. So unless the next fest is super busted and a defender, I think Noel is going to be just absolutely insane. Okay. And now the combo applies invincibility to the partner mage for 1 turn. Now, this is insane. They basically decided to make her Yuno buffer, okay? They decided to do this, and listen, people are gonna fucking talk about, oh my god, you told us to skip Yuno. Well, yeah, how the fuck am I supposed to know that 2 months later, they're gonna make literally the perfect unit for Yuno? 2 months! 2 months! You want me to tell you, oh yeah, 2 months later, they're gonna make the first anniversary unit meant to be ran with Yuno. When Yuno was clearly meant for mono green because of the invincibility, multiple people having invincibility. Now, is this bad? No, hell no, this is amazing. Noel gives Yuno invincibility for 1 turn, and because she's the quickest unit in the game, turn 1, you put that invincibility, Yuno's safe till his turn, then Noel's going to be able to use her skill 2, everyone's going to get a bunch of SP, and it's going to be so good. Now, just consider this. You put Rill with Noel. Rill's going to give Noel, if he goes right away, 100% mobility, or you could speed everyone up and give damage reduction. So Rill is going to allow Noel to either go twice or speed everyone up. So Rill, bro, honestly, now I was like kind of debating moving him down to S, but now with this update with Noel, he's S+, for sure. So PvP, he's going to stay in S+. I don't doubt it. This is going to allow Yuno to just go crazy, and then Noel's going to also go crazy because of it. Being able to protect Yuno. And by the way, I do want to talk about this. You're going to be getting your ultimate every turn now guaranteed with Yuno, okay? So I actually put this on Discord. So let me just basically pull up the text and what exactly I said. So this is what I was saying. you get 3 SP from your turn attack. So technically, one from turn, and then 2 from what's it called? The area, from the absolute area, okay? So that's 3. Now 3 SP from SP. So now you're up to 6. And then you get 1 or 2 SP from Charlotte, and then you get 1 from your next turn. So no matter what, you're cycling an ultimate every single turn as long as the absolute area effect is on. Insane. Insane stuff. Okay, insane stuff. Noel is looking amazing for Yuno, and I'm very happy that they actually gave Yuno the buff that he needed. I'm going to make a completely separate video about Yuno because now we don't know how exactly to really approach him, right? Do you want to fully invest into Yuno? Because obviously you still need to max dupe and max skill page him. So that's going to be something to see. But I think we have time, right? There's still a month till Yuno comes out. So we're good. We're good. We have time. We're chilling. But for most people on global, I think saving is the best option. For sure. Now, that's basically almost it. Okay. The combo is really good. Now, let's go a bit further. If you have this is her skill page effect. If you have the Sea Dragon Spear effect, there's a 50 up to 100% chance to taunt a random enemy 2 times when attacking. So you could only do this 2 times from what it seems. We're going to go for the, let me just pull it up once again, just to make sure. But from what I've been seeing, that's basically what it means. If it's any different now, then, you know, it is what it is. But let me just try and pull it up, please. Okay, so let's see what it says here. So when attacking, if you have the Sea Dragon Spear effect, there's a 100% chance at max dupe to apply taunt to a random enemy for 1 turn 2 times. Now, the unfortunate thing is it's a 1-turn taunt. If this was a 2-turn taunt, it would have been very good. But because it's not, the 50% chance to taunt at level 1 is fine. Okay, 50% chance to taunt for 1 turn is fine. Okay, so you don't even need to max dupe the skill page. You just need to max dupe Noel, get her crazy passives, which stop her from being taunted, and give her speed, and more speed turn 1. So definitely going to be insanely good for that. I mean, I'm basically done for now. There's a bunch of stuff we could talk about in terms of teams, but with Yuno, I think he's obviously going to be the main / only partner. Now, what's very stupid is that you can't run defenders, but then the attackers are no better. Like, the last attacker before Yuno, guess who they released? Motherfucking Yami and Luck. And these two are, like, Yami is just not good in PvP, and Luck is good on his own respective team. In mono. Those were the last ones. So, I don't know. There's not really much to say about that. Then before that was Fauna, but, like, you're not using units like that. I don't know. Like, I just don't see a point, right? It's just a bit rough. I don't know, like, they don't release enough attackers, and they kind of force you to use Spirit Dive, but I want to see different team comps, okay? For the supports, though, you're going to see a lot of different team comps, but it's going to be Noel, Yuno, Charlotte, and then the last one is a flex slot. So it's going to be, like, okay, hold on, let me try to find it. Should be here, right? Yeah, it should be here. So if we go to the PD note, right, the dev note, we talk about the 2 new types. So, let's see if I could find it. But I think ending the article. So we cannot 100% guarantee how this update will work in an actual PvP environment or whether it will be able to create a diverse PvP meta as we expect. But what diversity can you have, right? Now, if they release new attackers soon, great. But the next units are, what? Finral and Gray? So we're going to be a month with the Yuno and Noel meta, which I guess is fine. But we're just switching from one team to another. But we'll have to see how the model teams face, right? There's a lot of different things that come into play. And we don't have everything yet. We're not in game. So we could still, there's a lot of stuff to see. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to see. But just to kind of show you. Hold on. Noel is in fact the quickest unit. Okay, with max dupe, obviously. You can literally see her at the beginning, right? Quicker than William, which is insane. You never see a unit quicker than William usually. So she gives the skill 2, gives everyone the crit res, stuff like that, right? Gives the absolute area. And I mean, 30% damage reduction when you consider that Noel is also able to give, and everyone's able to give, is very good. Now, we can't really see the buffs on Noel, which is a bit cringe. Like, why do you show this? We want to see the buffs. Because we want to see the spear effects, see how much there is. But, I mean, right now she has none. Okay, she was not attacked, so she has 0 spear effects. We're going to count to see how many spear effects she gets. Okay, that's going to be kind of important. But I think, like, overall, yeah, okay. So, I think now Mario's going to attack and then... Oh, Mario doesn't attack. Okay, so they're just kind of being toxic with it. Love to see it. Okay. Then she ulted, didn't do much damage, but still killed because obviously Fuego was low. And she removed barrier, which removing barrier is still a very good thing, but the damage obviously is going to be kind of low, but it doesn't really matter too much. Obviously Noel's type advantage. Oh man, that type advantage is crazy. It really is. It really is. It really is. I want to see Noel get attacked though. Like, that's the thing. You won't see her damage be as useful a lot of the times if she doesn't get attacked. But there's also the side where her not getting attacked means you're just winning outright. So it's like she does help keep everyone else alive. But I want to see her get attacked. I wish there was a taunt inside her kit, like on the skill 1. For me, what I would have liked, now she has the water effect. What I would have liked is if you have even one stack of the spear, the water spear, then you could actually use your skill 1 to taunt. I think they should have done that, in my opinion. But the way they did it is not bad. Damage increase, good supporter, gonna be one of the best tanks in the game. Because she's a defender who has built-in 20% damage reduction at 10% crit res because of type advantage. Who also could give herself 40% damage reduction. You can't really die. You just can't die. And her crit res is gonna be out through the roofs, right? So that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of Noel. I'm pretty hyped about them. I am pretty hyped.